Yo, Hoodrich Hefs back in the building. How you doing, bro?
Hey bro, what's happening? It's Hoodrich Hefs, DMETV, my second interview. Let's do it.
Bro, tell us how you been, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, bro, it's been a long time since we've last met and whatnot, but yeah, things are definitely happening. A lot has changed within my life, and things are definitely going very well for me.
Yeah. Before we get into all the fun shit, all the interesting shit, right? Just tell us how you been as a person, bro. Where's your mental space at and that?
Bro, my mental state is definitely better now. Like if we're talking a year ago, probably wasn't in the best state, but where I'm at now as an artist and where I'm going as an artist, I think my mental state is definitely great, and I'm definitely in a good place right now.
Cause the last time we did our first interview, that was about 2 years ago or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, about that. It's about close to 2 years. Yeah.
And you actually released your first song then.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was releasing music back then, and back then when I was releasing music, I wasn't really putting any thought into it. From beats to production to film wise to lyrics. Everything was very very rushed. And yeah, like where I'm at as an artist now, I've definitely grown a lot.
I guess you can expect that, eh? Cause you were very new to the game. When we first done our interview, that was like your first song you just
Yeah.
dropped.
Yeah, definitely. I was very new to the game. I was like a week into the game back then, and like when I was talking back then, I was acting like I was fully deep in it. But yeah, they're definitely, my new music coming, and I'm definitely changed as an artist. And back then, I don't base myself on back then. I base myself on the person I am today.
Yep. So like, yeah, you dropped your first song,
Yeah,
goes viral.
yeah.
And then how long did you wait till you dropped your second one?
I think I was just dropping music back then. I think I was just dropping music back to back for the sake of dropping music. You know what I mean? I wasn't really putting any thought process into anything at all. And yeah, music was just I was just dropping anything back then. I had no guidance, no support, no none of that. You know what I mean? So like I was basically just doing it for myself back then.
Cause you had no manager, no
No,
label support. It was just you and just your boys
yeah,
recording shit, eh?
yeah. Back then, I had no one really. Like I just thought I'll jump back into music. We'll jump into music for the first time actually, and then when I jumped into it, yeah, I had no one with me at the end of the day. So I was just doing it for me back then.
Fuck, and you were doing pretty good by yourself, but you doing the right numbers.
Yeah. I was doing great numbers for myself. It wasn't too like flashy numbers like yeah. It wasn't major numbers, but I was doing good for myself back then. I was very happy with myself back then. But at the same time, it is what it is.
Like you were doing good for someone that had no industry support and shit. You get
Yeah.
what I mean? It's,
Definitely. I agree with you on that. Like back then, like I had no support, no guidance, no tips, no none of that from any artist, no support at all. So basically back then I was just jumping into the deep end. Like I was doing it for myself. I had no clue what I was doing back then either. Like I didn't even know what the hell was going on.
right. So then you dropped a couple songs after your first one, right?
Yeah,
And then bang, you get locked up.
yeah.
Fuck. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. Yeah, I remember I dropped I think it was like three songs, but like they were just back to back. Just ghetto shit. You know what I mean? Just doing it for the area at the end of the day, just for the young lads coming up and whatnot. I was just dropping music for the sake of it, and then I got pinched and I went to jail for I think it was 7 months, and that's when I first like decided to take rap seriously. Like anyone who was locked up with me at the time, they can tell you, they can back me on this. All I was doing was writing lyrics. All I was doing was focusing on my craft, trying to build myself as a better artist. And every day, like people just be watching me write in the cell, just write all night, all day. Like it didn't matter. I was always writing in the cell, and that's when I really knew I definitely had something within the game. Like back then, and still to this day, I don't think people. I feel as if people underestimate me as an artist today. I don't think people have seen, or I don't think people know the person I'm becoming in the game, and I think people fear that at the end of the day. But like back then, like yeah, I was just working on my craft. I've just been loading up, and I'm definitely greater as an artist now. And I've developed.
Yeah. Now you went away for 7 months. You said.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you want to talk about like where you went in for and shit like that?
yeah.
Or?
What I went in for was I was on a motorbike and an ABH. I got done with the ABH and just a silly dirt bike situation. It was nothing heavy, something very silly, something I was very embarrassed of. But yeah, I went in there for 7 months, and yeah, that's basically where I took the rap game serious when I got in there because I was just that's all you have in there is time at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And I was just working on my craft.
But the funny thing is this, right?
Yeah,
Because back then, like the music was really peaking.
yeah,
Like that was the peak of the new era
yeah,
of Australian rap.
yeah,
But then for someone like you to drop like a few good songs and then you go in jail while the music is peaking,
yeah.
how do you feel about that? Do you feel like you missed out or what's
Yeah,
going on?
yeah, definitely. I feel like I missed out on a lot. I felt like, you know, like as Eminem says, you know, like you got your moment and you need to take that moment and you can't fall from it. You know what I mean? All you got is one shot at the end of the day. And I felt like at that time when I was dropping music, I felt like I had a bit of momentum going. It wasn't massive, it wasn't big. Yeah, okay. Some people may like the music, some hated it. It is what it is, you know. But, you know, you can't please everyone at the end of the day. But back then, yeah, it definitely kept me up at night. You know what I mean? I felt like I lost momentum. I felt like I lost my chance. You know what I mean? I should have kept developing on that as the Australian scene was growing, and it was doing big numbers the scene back then.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, so now it's just like, you know, but it is what it is at the end of the day. I'm still here. You know what I mean? I'm still doing my thing. You know, it doesn't happen over the night.
And the funny thing, bro, when you went in, right?
Yeah.
Like you still had heaps of support and shit.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing with my music, you know what I mean? When I first started dropping music as an artist, I didn't expect that. You know what I mean? My followers were going up, you know what I mean? I had 3K followers when I first started doing music, you know what I mean? And next thing you know, like I'm over 20K now, you know, and 90% of my rap career I've been in jail. So you know what I mean?
Like fucking
I've had a loyal fan base, a very loyal fan base, and shout out to them, you know what I mean? Because they're the ones who keep supporting me and telling me to keep making music at the end of the day. So that's all for them at the end of the day.
Bro, if anything, I definitely know that you got a fan base. And it's a spin out too, because for someone that went absent for a while, and plus like you had your Instagram deleted as well.
Yeah.
And then you made another one,
Yeah.
and that fucking the followings went back up.
Yeah, definitely. That's crazy to think, you know what I mean? Because when I went inside at the time, I thought I lost it all.
Yeah.
I really did, I thought I lost it all, and I thought I blew my chance. Like, I actually convinced myself that I was going to quit rap when I was back inside.
What made you think of that?
It's just like when you're alone in the cellar, I guess you're very like you're in your head at the end of the day, and like I just felt like I was alone at the time. I had no support. Like I said before, I had no management. I had no direction. I had no team surrounding me. You know what I mean? Like when I first started rap, my mates laughed at me.
Why is that?
Who knows, you know what I mean? Maybe because I wasn't as good as an artist as the people they wanted to support, and that's fair enough. I wasn't the best artist back then. I'm still not the best artist now, but I'm working on myself. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely better, and I'm definitely going to be up there with the names.
Did you feel betrayed, right?
Yeah.
When everyone was getting support from all their mates, and you're telling me that your own mates, didn't kind of support what you were doing?
Yeah, it's crazy, you know, because like no disrespect and no love lost to any of them, you know what I mean? I still got love for a lot of those boys, you know what I mean? But I felt at that time when I was coming up as an artist, and to see them supporting other people who were doing the same thing as me, and like showing them love but not showing me love at the same time, like yeah, let's face it, the music I put out at the start, it was trash. Like I'm the first to admit it, you know what I mean? I'm embarrassed of it. I like straight out. I listen to some of my old shit and I cringe the fuck out. You know what I mean? I go like, who let me do that? You know what I mean? And that's insane. And no one was there to tell me that it was good or not. You know what I mean? But I learned the hard way at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I copped hate, but I adopted the hate, and I'm here now. You know what I mean? And
how did that betrayal feel to you? How did you handle it?
The betrayal, you know, when betrayal comes from people you grew up with from the high that you got a lot of love for, and still to this day I got a love for, you know, it creates a fire inside, you know what I mean? And at the time, you know, I was very upset with the situation, but like I said, it is what it is, and I've got a great team around me right now. You know, I've got a good management, I've got a good label I'm signed with at the moment, and we're doing great things, you know, we're killing it, you know.
So right. You go back in, you do 7 months, you come out, and then is that when you dropped Wipe 'Em? Is it?
Yeah, I done my first time I went in, my first sleepover. I done 7 months, and then I come out, I dropped Wipe 'Em off set.
Yeah.
And that was probably the song what actually got a lot of views, and a lot of people showed love to that, and that's where my fan base really grew from that. So
yeah, I remember that. Great. I reckon, but that's like one of your top 3. Yeah. Like just the aggression, the delivery of it. Yeah. You get what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I actually like too. When I listen to Wipe 'Em off set right now, I still get the same eerie feeling. It's like it's cringe. You know what I mean? I'm not very interested in it anymore. You know, because of the music I got backed up right now. Like me and my team, we're doing great things. You know what I mean? We got dope music coming. You know, all different styles, all different type of beats. You know what I mean? And I'm just taking my time with the situation. You know, I'm just going with the flow at the moment. And when things start dropping, people are gonna understand who I am, and they're gonna know.
Right, because I remember, like, bro, I reckon you got fucking hard bars, bro.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to it, right? It goes fucking got more stacks higher than Little Uzi Vert, and then more fire than a classic church.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I was like, fuck, bro, this kind is underrated. You know what I mean?
100%, bro. I can write, bro. Like straight out, like people underestimate me, bro. I can write lyrics, bro, and I'm very good. My delivery is very good, you know. But at the same time, my production and my quality of music and the people, like just the things I was doing at the time, my head wasn't really in it. I was just doing it for the sake of doing music. But now my heart's in it, you know. I want this shit more than anyone. There's not one rapper in Australia who wants it more than me. That's up and coming. No one wants it more than me, and that's facts.
Yeah. So then after Wipe It, what song did you drop it?
I think I dropped Fame and Ego straight after Wipe 'Em Off set.
Fame and Ego.
Yeah.
What was that about?
That was just about the fame coming up, the ego I'm getting, you know, just how everything's changing, you know, as me as an artist, you know what I mean. I've just been all over the news and whatnot, so my ego's up here now, you know. There's a lot of controversy around my name and whatnot, so it was definitely about all that.
Yeah, and I felt like you dealt with it well, bro. Just knowing you as a person, like off cameras and shit like that. Like you carried yourself where some artists kind of like get delusional a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
And then fall off the tracks.
Yeah, definitely. You know, like I think I carry myself real well. You know, especially with all that, like majority of the hate I get. Like I think I carry myself real well. I do real well. You know what I mean? But in saying that, like still behind closed doors, it's hard. You know what I mean? So it's hard dealing with certain things, bro. But like as I said before, it's only a little fire within inside me, and it's created a better artist.
Yeah. So then bang, you drop a couple more songs after you come out, and then fuck, you go back in, bro.
Yeah.
Tell us that experience.
Yeah, I went in for something very, very, you know, embarrassing, and something to this day I'm still embarrassed of. But you know, you live and you learn within the game. You know what I mean? And things happen. You know, you get involved with certain people, certain crowds, and you know, you lose your taste of what you're trying to do in life. You know what I mean? I wasn't with myself back then. Like I said before, I was in a dark stage back then, like you yourself, you know, everyone has dark days.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone watching this has dark days, bro. You know, but it's up to you how you handle it. And back then, I didn't handle it well, and I was, you know, I'm mature now. I've definitely grown from that situation, and I'm moving on from that.
Right, and then like while you were inside, bro, we seen like freestyles and that. Cause what was that like?
Yeah, I remember. One day, one of the boys, I won't say his name for like, you know, respect purposes, but yeah, he was my celly at the time. We were in the bottom 4 out in Silverwater, Pod 13, and Pod 10, and he had a phone in there, and this is long gone now. I can say what I need to say because it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a phone and that whatnot, and you know we're writing lyrics and whatnot. And I just said to him, you know, fucking record me, you know, record a freestyle, and he goes, yeah, fuck yeah. Anyway, he pulled it out where he hit it and whatnot. And then we just went from that, and next thing you know, that freestyle was on national TV, national news, you know, and like it kind of
it went viral as fuck,
Yeah, bro. I'm pretty sure that freestyle was like on 650k views on Channel 9. You know what I mean? Like, so they done me the favour at the end of the day. They tried to drag my name through the mud and tarnish me as an artist, but at the end of the day, they've only grown my name. Because like that's 650k views on a national TV, plus everyone else who has seen it all around Australia. It even hit England and that too.
Yeah. Now, because we posted that shit went viral as well, and it was pretty hard, eh?
Yeah, bro. Like, it was fun, you know.
And then, bro, like fucking, like I was chilling one day, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I turn on Channel 7, Channel 9. All I see is Hoodrich, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy's going viral again.
Yeah, bro.
And the funny thing is, like, you go viral, like you're getting all the attention, but you're not even asking for it.
Yeah, exactly.
But then when we seen that, like the whole Australia seen that, everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like Hoodrich got da 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 da. Like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I want you to explain that that situation.
At the time, this was the first time I went in. So the first time I went up in the back end, I was at Bathurst. I'd done all my jail time at Bathurst.
Yeah.
And then I remember I had court down in Penrith. So what they basically do is if you have court down in the city and you're up in the country, they put you on the truck and transit you down there for your court day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember I went down there and like I was in I got put into the pod with the boys. At the time I was involved with a certain group of boys, and they were in a certain pod, and I got moved into that pod, and as everyone knows, as Australia knows, I was having a sexual relationship with a correctional officer. And
tell us that, bro. I want to hear more of that, because this is like your first time actually talking about it, because no one ever got your side of the story. So this is a DME exclusive.
Yeah, well that's crazy. Yeah, exactly. I've never really spoken about the topic, but like I kind of like keep things like that to myself, not because like I have anything to hide, but at the same time, like certain parties were involved, as in A and on B, certain parties they were quick to get their story out, quick to I'm innocent, quick to like
Play the victim.
Play the victim. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. And out of respect for the person, out of respect for the family, I'm not going to embarrass her, and I'm not going to say rude things about that person.
Yeah.
But things definitely happen. Things happen, and it is what it is. And the whole of Australia knew that at the end of the day. But I'm not the person who's going to drag someone's name through the mud. So if they're happy with that delusional story they want to live in and whatnot, and tell the world that they're innocent and that. It is what it is, you know. Then I'll let them have that story, you know. But yeah,
now,
things definitely happen. Yeah, it was good.
So now, okay, so you're getting hate just from internet and Instagram's trolls, and then bang, now you're getting like national hate on national news. How do you cope with that mentally?
It's crazy, you know. Like definitely right now, like as an artist, the hate doesn't affect me anymore. That does not affect me in the slightest. You know what I mean? Like I said before, my own mates laughed at me. Nothing hurt more than that. You know what I mean? And like I think people doubting me and people underestimating me as an artist and not giving me advice, not wanting to help me. That like I can see that as disrespect, but at the same time I can see it as a silver lining. Do you know what I mean? And the reason I see it as a silver lining is because they seen something in me that I didn't at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like usually when people are quick to shove you off and they don't want to help you out, it's because they fear what you can do in the scene. And like that goes back to certain artists that I used to reach out to back in the day, and I used to ask for advice, bro. Like, how do I do that? How do I do that? You know, can you help me here? And they go, oh, you know, it is what it is. I just seen it as, you know, they seen something in me that I didn't at the time. But as for the hate and the disrespect online, like, bro, like people, some hate's warranted, some hate isn't. You know, I used to read comments and shit, bro. Like back when I first started, and back when I was on the news and that, and there was some wild shit on there, bro. Like from people that I've never met in my life. You know what I mean? Like people from Western Australia that I've never even crossed paths with, bro, calling me this, calling me that, like they know me on a personal level. Like, yeah, 100%, understand that if I've shaken hands with you, or if I've shared a room with you, and you got your own personal opinion on me, yeah, fucking oath, bro, you do what you want, we can hate each other, whatever. But on saying that, I don't hate anyone. I got love for everyone, I don't hate anyone. Even if you hate me, I don't hate you. But yeah, bro, it's crazy, like, reading some of those comments and shit, bro, and like it was wild, bro, like, it was fucking wild, bro. I was all over, I was everywhere, bro, like, on Facebook, bro, like, everywhere, Instagram, bro, it was mental. It was
a big fucking thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like it was a big circulating news for like a while as well, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was everywhere, bro. Like I spun out, you know. I was just kicking back one day, and you know, like.
Were you laughing in the cells, like watching all this shit?
Yeah. When it happened in the cell.
Yeah. No. When you were in jail, but you're going viral on the outside.
Yeah.
And then like fucking, cause like most people, right? They go viral with music, right?
Yeah.
And like. You're not getting like that. You're not out for your music to go, but you as an artist, you're still going viral, and you're going viral of things like some of these rappers are rapping about. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I mean. Like, I done it, bro. You know what I mean? So like.
And it's not even like you don't even like brag about it.
Yeah, that's the thing with me. I don't talk about it. Like this is the first time I've ever even spoken about the topic to anyone. You know what I mean? Because like I said before, like I got nothing to hide. And I feel like the guilty people are the first people to rush out and get their side of the story out. So like at the end of the day, I'm focused on my craft. I'm focused on the music I'm bringing to the table. I'm focused on helping my team. My team's focused on helping me. You know, I just want to bring my circle to the top to do our thing. And as for that, you know, that's in the past and that's a chapter I'm willing to close. But like it was funny, you know, like when I went in the second time, like. My head was very known, you know what I mean? Like I had like everyone, bro. Like it was crazy, bro. Everyone.
Did you have fans in there when you went?
Yeah, people spun out, bro. Like everyone was so interested in what happened. Everyone was like, bro, like you're a fucking sick cunt, like you're a mad cunt. You know what I mean? Like it, because it's not something that anyone can do.
Yeah.
It's not like anyone can just walk in there and do that, bro. Like so, like you know, my head's definitely very well known in that place.
So okay, all right. You come out. And now your head is in a good space.
Yeah.
You're focusing on growing your music. Cause bro, like I said, you still got a loyal fan base. Like they fuck with you like heavy. You know what I mean? You got the same amount of hate. You got the same amount of fans. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? And you got like a strong fucking following up in Western Sydney and shit like that. So right, for the kids that look up to you, right? What would you tell them about that situation? Like, what did you learn from that you don't want them to follow?
What I learned from going, like just going
like
to jail.
Just going back to jail in and out, like
just the whole prison thing. I think everyone's got the prison like perspective like misunderstood. You know what I mean? I feel like people think prison's hectic.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing about jail that's hectic. You know what I mean? Like I'm embarrassed if anything. Like I can't believe like people can sit there and talk about prison and that like it's fun. You know what I mean? Like I'm embarrassed, bro. Like the first whatever. The first time I thought I was a mad cunt, but going back the second time and going back, you know, and keep going back. It's embarrassing, you know what I mean. You talk to any boys in jail doing time right now, they're embarrassed. They're sick of it, you know what I mean. And if I could tell any little young fan coming up, it's not the lifestyle you want at the end of the day. Especially if you're just going for silly shit like I was, you know what I mean. Like you don't want to be wasting your life sitting in a fucking cell 4x4 with a celly who sleeping next to a toilet who shits and pisses next to you during the night. You know what I mean. There's nothing fun about it. Like imagine sleeping on a bed where the toilet's next to your head. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing classy about it. You know what I mean? And just hearing people scream all night and like it's not a lifestyle you want to live.
Yep, 100%. Now, I want to know what you've been working on, bro. Cause you sent me some shit, right?
Yeah.
And now I'll tell you straight up, like you're improving.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and like you're on your way, bro.
Yeah,
so tell me what you got going on.
Yeah, the music I got now, like as I said before, my management, I'm signed with a label now. Like we got some crazy things coming. You know what I mean? We got a lot of summer music coming. We got a lot of styles that like are just mixing it up. You know what I mean? And where I'm at as an artist right now, like I feel untouchable as an artist right now because I feel like I've grown so much. And I'm very desperate to get my new music out there, but at the same time we're taking it slow. We're making sure everything's right. But I don't feel like there's many in the scene that can match me in certain ways. I'm not saying I'm the best in the scene. Don't get that confused. I'm not saying I'm the best rapper, but I feel like my style is different. I feel like out of any Aussie accent in the Australian scene, mine's it. You know what I mean? And that's a humble approach to the situation too. I feel like where I've come from, the hate I've received, and the person I've built myself into be today, I deserve to talk.
Yeah. Fuck it up, but like you deserve to you know what I mean? Express yourself, because if you're always quiet on the internet, everyone thinks you're, you know what I mean? Guilty or whatever you've done. But if you come out and explain yourself, like you just said, like you're a person that keeps to yourself and shit. Like it's better to hear your end of the story as well.
Definitely. That's what I mean. Like I usually keep quiet, you know. I leave the shit talk to the ops and that. You know, I leave the shit talk to everyone who hates. You know what I mean? Like the loudest one in the room is usually the weakest one, as cliche as that may sound. You know what I mean?
Right. So now, what's your thoughts on the scene at the moment?
The scene's great, you know. The scene's evolved so much, you know what I mean. Like the scene's mental. There's so many rappers doing good things, you know what I mean. And you know, love to all those boys. You know, they're killing it. You know, like I can sit here as an artist and say that I enjoy seeing it. I enjoy seeing people win, bro. Even if it's not my season of winning yet, it is what it is. You know, their boys have obviously put in the work. Like even if I don't necessarily like their music, I don't necessarily like the bloke. They're still doing their thing, and it's good for the Australian scene at the end of the day. And it's great to see, you know what I mean. And I feel like, you know, they're in their winning season and they're prospering and they're raking in all the awards, you know what I mean. And my winning season's just yet to come, you know what I mean. As I said before, 90% of my rap career I've been in prison, you know what I mean. And now I'm finally taking it serious, you know what I mean. So like it's good, you know. Good luck to everyone who's chasing that.
Yeah. Is there anyone like you working with, or you just back on your solo shit? Like
we got a few things in line, but I can't leak anything at the moment. But we got some big names coming through. You know, we're just focused on my path at the moment. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I haven't even started my path yet. If that makes sense. Like anything I dropped before was just
like a learning phase.
Yeah, it's just something I did, something I've learned, something I accepted. You know what I mean? But things we got coming now, like it is what it is. You know, be like into like 12 months from now. People are gonna know. They're gonna understand.
Have you found your sound yet? It's like
definitely. No questions asked. Like definitely. Mine's like I wish I could. You know, I wish people could see it now. But you know, as I said before, we gotta take time. But I've definitely found my sound. Definitely found my delivery flow. You know, from lyrics to everything, from production to filming to studio time, everything's on pat. I'm in the studio twice a week. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm there like for a long time. You know what I mean? I get home at night, and you ask any of the boys I hang out with on a daily basis, when we're at home, what do? I'm in the room by myself, writing lyrics, headphones on, constantly listening to music, constantly doing my thing, you know what I mean? Constantly learning, you know? I got massive love for the music scene, you know what I mean? Definitely now.
Fucking life, but I respect that. And the thing about it is, like, you don't sound jealous of anyone's success or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Bro. I love seeing people win, bro. You know, there's certain rappers in the scene right now that I got dramas with. I'm not gonna say their name on the camera, But I got dramas with these boys. They don't like me for their own opinions. You know what I mean? They're entitled to their own opinion. But I don't mind at the end of the day, you know what I mean? But like, I love seeing people win, bro, because I know what it's like. We all come from the same area. I don't give a fuck if you're from Liverpool. I don't give a fuck if you're from Inner West. I don't give a fuck if you're from Mount Druitt or Penrith, bro. We're all housing commission. We've all gone through it. We've all struggled, bro. We've all, seen our parents struggle. We've all gone to school with no lunch and shit. We've all gone to school chatty, bummy, We've all been there. And to see everyone win, to see everyone doing things that like come from an area that we come from, it's good to see, bro. You know what I mean? And I don't hate on no artist who comes from the same place as me doing the same thing that I want to do, you know what I mean? If anything, it inspires me as an artist. You know what I mean? Like, I could never understand it, like you hear American rappers overseas, and they're talking about you never go back to your own hood after you make it, and they're right, because there's people in your area have the same 24 hours in a day as you that could have been doing the same things as you, but chose to do other things that hate on you because you're doing something they wish they could do.
Fuck.
Do you know what I mean? People 80% of my hate, like the honest truth, comes from people that I know on a personal basis, and that's fact. That's fact. It comes from people I know and like, I'm not talking about none of the new shit. I'm talking about when it comes to music and whatnot. 80% of my hate, without a doubt in the world, comes from people that I've probably shared a room with, people that I've probably shared a meal with, people that have probably slept over my house. You know what I mean? And like that's the way it works at the end of the day, because like they can't fuck with me, so they hate me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give them a platform for them to even fuck with me. So they hate on me. They spread their delusional lies, their delusional rumors, and their whatever stories they want to run with, And the worst thing about haters is that the main thing I hate the worst when it comes to the hating situation is people that don't even know me listen to a rumor of a person that they know on a personal basis, and they automatically run with it. Without even sitting down, without even knowing me as a person, they automatically run with a rumour that they've heard of someone else, and then that spreads and that spreads and that spreads. Every person knows 200 people, so every one of those persons knows 200 people, so it just spreads.
Yeah, but fuck, I respect where your head is at, bro. Yeah. I can tell that you kind of matured up and fucking you're used to that hate type of shit.
Yeah, I adopted it.
You just focus on your new things. You know what I mean?
I adopted the hate, bro. I adopted the dark. I've been through dark my whole life, bro, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? And just now things are starting to work out for me. Like I said, bro. Like I got some. My next song's called Gang Biz, and that's on its way. And the team I got now, we're unstoppable out there now. And I got a lot of love for the team that's working with me right now, and they've shown me a lot of love. You know what I mean? So it's good. Yeah,
Hoodrich, bro. Fucking. Thank you for giving me your time and shit.
Yeah.
We'll definitely do another interview down the line.
Bro.
And I respect, like, you know what I mean, where your head is at, like I said, and you sharing your stories with us. And we got some good DME exclusive in there. And shout out to you for always showing love, bro.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Much love, brother.
DMETV.